Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. I am doing a tag video today. This is a long overdue tag. I was tagged by Kenny Nicole months and months ago to do this video, and it just took me a little while. Thought it was going to be a little bit easier, or I thought it, I thought it was going to be an easy tag, and it ended up taking me a little bit of time to try and find some stuff in my rack. So as you can see from the title, this is the oh, what did she call it? Like Pahlish names that describe you or something like that. I'll look up the proper title and put it, in the description, in the title bar down below. But this is a video that she did that basically you look through your Pahlishes and you look at the names of the Pahlishes and you pull out the ones that describe, that have either like some type of meaning to you. So I found this to be a little bit difficult in my collection just because I would say like a good majority of my collection is Zoya's. And so if you're familiar with Zoya polishes, you know that Zoya names all of their polishes female names. So in an effort to try and not, just be like, this girl, this polish is named for this lady and this is named for this lady. And I thought that would be kind of a boring video. So took me a little bit more time to kind of go through all of my other polishes and come up with some polishes that I think had special meaning to me or described my personality in a way. And so I don't have a whole lot. I think there are, is that 6? Yes, there's 6 polishes here. Let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I feel like this had to be, this had to be a polish in here. And this is, of all the Zoyas, this obviously had to be one. And this is Zoya's Heather. Zoya's Heather is obviously Heather is obviously my name, so this holds special meaning to me. And I'm also, I also love that Heather is a purple, just because purple is like my favorite color. So I feel like this is a really special polish in my collection. It's a really pretty, I don't know what this light is doing. Let's move over this way just a smidge so that way we're not getting, I'm gonna be sitting all cash today, like, what's up? But yeah, so Zoya's Heather is just a really nice dusty purple. It's a little bit grayed, it's a little bit dustier, so it's got a little bit of gray in it, so it's not a super bright pastel, but it's a really nice, neutral shade. I really enjoy this, and that is really, really pretty. So that is Zoya's Heather. And I'm gonna just grab these randomly. So the next one is Zoya's Sunshine, which is a pixie dust. It's kind of a denim blue with this silver shimmer, or is that glitter? I want to say that's glitter. It's that like micro glitter stuff that the pixie dusts have. So very pretty. The reason I picked Sunshine is because originally I am from Florida and I live here in Texas, so I feel like, sunshine is just part of my day, part of my life. I've always lived in the sunshine. I've never really lived anywhere that's super cold. Funny enough, it took me, I didn't see snow for the first time until like 4 years ago when I went skiing with my husband, with my now husband. And funny story, so we went to Tahoe to go skiing. It was basically like him and his friends. It was like a friends and family type vacation. And so they dropped me off so they all went on the slopes and I went and did like the little bunny slopes and did like a little training session. And so him and his friends, got me all zipped up in my little like skiing suit, and it was basically like, it felt like a little 5-year-old being dropped off for my first day of like kindergarten or something. So they like bring me to the little ski instructor guy, and they basically were like, okay, she literally just saw snow for the first time like 5 minutes ago. She just walked on snow and now she's gonna ski. There you go. So the poor ski instructor was probably, oh God, what is going on? But I had a good time. They tell me I did a decent enough job skiing, but I don't know. I thought I did okay, but yeah. So I've always lived in the sunshine. I feel like sunshine is just a part of me and who I am. So that is Zoya's Sunshine. And then going kind of along the same lines, this is another pixie dust from Zoya. This is called Bay. And Bay is a really pretty kind of aqua blue, and it's got, this one's got a holographic micro glitter that goes throughout. and this is really pretty. Reason I picked Bay is because since I mentioned I am from Florida, I lived on the west coast of Florida for a long time, and I went to school in Tampa Bay. So my hometown is probably about an hour or so south of Tampa, but I spent a lot of time in Tampa while I was in college. I went to the University of South Florida, go Bulls. I did my undergraduate and my master's degree at the University of South Florida, so Tampa Bay always holds a special place in my heart. I haven't been there in a very long time, but I would like to get back soon, if not just to see a USF game, because I haven't been to one in a really long time. My dad is in love with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, he's always been a Bucs fan, even though they suck all the time. I lived in Tampa when the Bucs won the Super Bowl, like 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. I also lived there when they hosted the Super Bowl in 2001. So it was Tampa Bay. I have a whole lot of memories in Tampa Bay, so that is why I picked Bay from Zoya. All right. Next up is going to be this is my last Zoya that I picked, and this is called Constance. And Constance is not part of the permanent collection. This is a limited edition polish. It came out, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years ago, around like January or February, whenever they do Fashion Week in New York. Zoya did a little special where they, I think this polish and like 2 other polishes they made specifically for a fashion designer. I can't think of the name, but they did a little special trio of the colors that they did for this fashion designer's fashion week show. And so they sold these as limited edition polishes as a trio. And this is basically, it's a satin polish. It's a hunter green satin polish. Really, really pretty. I feel like, yeah, I'm sorry, these bottles are always hard to see, but it's basically like a hunter green in that satin finish. So Constance is the name of one of my very best friends that lives in Florida that I haven't seen in a really long time. So that is why I picked Constance from Zoya. And moving along, this one is from Cirque Colors, and I featured this a couple months ago when I got it. This is called Succulent Garden. And Succulent Garden is a really pretty kind of jade green with that copper flash that Cirque does, and a little bit of a holographic micro glitter that runs throughout. Really pretty polish. I wore this a couple months ago for a manicure. It was really, really pretty. Reason I picked Succulent Garden is, in addition to my obsession with nail polish, I also have an obsession with houseplants. And so I have a wide range of houseplants, succulents. My house is completely covered in plants at this point. I mean, if you can see, I've got a plant up here on the wall. I've got plants there. If you could see behind the camera, I've got plants all on the shelf. So I love plants. It's my other obsession. I'm basically, sorry, this camera's gonna be all wonky now. I'm basically at the nursery at least a couple times a month picking up new plants. So that is my other obsession, and that is why I picked up Succulent Garden, or that is why I picked out Succulent Garden. All right, and last up is going to be Floss Gloss. This is called Fast Lane, and Fast Lane is kind of like a neon reddish orange that leans a little bit more orange than red. Reason I picked Fast Lane is because if you ask pretty much everyone, and I may agree with them just slightly, I am a very aggressive driver, almost always in the fast lane. And the reason I feel like that I am an aggressive driver is because I grew up, as I mentioned, in Florida. And in Florida, you know, we've got a lot of old people, but we also have what we call snowbirds, which are basically folks that have come from the north when it's cold, and they come here and visit, they come to Florida and visit during the winter time. And so growing up, you know, surrounded by old people, I feel like you learn to be a very, not aggressive, but you learn that you've gotta swerve your way around all the old people driving like, you know, 40 miles an hour on the highway that can barely see over the steering wheel, sitting on phone books. Do they even make phone books anymore? I don't think they do. What are they sitting on if they don't have phone books? Oh man. But anyway, so I feel like I probably am an aggressive driver. I have a slight little bit of road rage. which is why I now ride my bike to work because I hate sitting in traffic. I hate sitting still. I'm like Ricky Bobby. Like I want to go fast. I want to go fast. Like if I'm in the car, I have somewhere I want to go and I want to get there as efficiently and quickly as possible. So when people are in my way or people are not following the rules of the road, it drives me insane. So I feel like fast lane is appropriate just because everyone tells me I am a little scary when I drive the car. I wouldn't say I'm a safe driver, but I'm very aggressive when it comes to, you know, people like not using their blinkers, people just, you know, not paying attention to the road and what things are going on. They're more focused on. If you're on your cell phone in the car and I'm on my bike and I see you on your cell phone, I will ride up to your windshield or I will ride up to the side of your car and tell you to get off your phone. Get off your phone. Like, it drives me insane. As a bike rider, get off your phone. Like, I've almost been hit several times by people who just are so focused on, you know, what's going on in their, you know, on the inside of their car that they're not paying attention to people around them and, you know, putting people's lives in danger. So that was a rant. I apologize. Let's keep this moving. So anyway, that is why I picked fast lane, and that is all my polishes. I want to thank Kenny Nicole for tagging me. Really love her videos. I'm so happy that she, you know, she picked me. So if you guys, I can't remember who she tagged because it's been so long. So if you watch my videos and you make videos and, you know, you're interested in doing this, I would love to see your video. So please, I tag whoever is watching. Please do this video, and I appreciate you watching. Have a great one. Bye.